to rotate the device. Don't you worry about a thing, pretty lady. Oh shoot, can I still pay? Is it too late? I think it's too late. Oh, I blew it. Forgive me, guys. I'm at Sonic drive-thru getting some terrible junk food, and I'm wearing my Sunday best. That's why I look a little spiffy today. Look cleaned up. Also shaved off the sides of the beard. Trying to go for a little bit of a cleaner look as I'm coming up out of this muck and mire of this lawsuit that has consumed my life 24/7 for the past almost 2.5 years. So they're going to come bring me my food. I'm going to have to pay, so you bear with me while I have an awkward social interaction with the young girl that works here. Or guy, but I think I only saw girls right now.
KA band.
Shut up! But this is going to just be an open discussion on reality versus perception. There is an article that I posted. I only posted a snippet of the article that I read, and just a little tiny bit that I read really got my wheels turning, because while many or most of you know that every single news agency, corporation, company, social media platform, you name it, all of the companies that we interact with, do business with, Zab in the house, Providence, Rhode Island is here. Wow, that's very far away. That's a whole completely different world. Do you know Family Guy? Yes, sir. Thank you. And I lost my time. The timer went out for paying here at the thing. So
I can swipe it inside.
okay, thanks so much. I usually tip these guys, but I missed the timer timed out to pay at the little screen there, and you can add $1 tip. So yes, so while most people know that, and additionally, for those that may not know this, did you know that it's one, two, I think there's either 2 or maybe 3 songwriters. What are you laughing at? There's 2, maybe 3 songwriters who write all of the music that we listen to for every band, every singer. Don't ask me to quote the person's name, but there is a list of artists that you all would think are completely independent, different artists, and they all get their songs from 1 or 2 different people. Thanks, Chief. I appreciate it. Okay. So whoever that was, it looked like he was wearing a clown face. Hey, what's up, brother? Motor City Free Press. Oh yeah, I think I've seen you in my comments before, man. Welcome, welcome. If anybody knows how to add yourself as a guest on here, I don't mind having people come on here and just talk about whatever. Or maybe I'm supposed to know how to do that. I've just never done that here. What is this option? Save, highlight, mute microphone. I don't want to press that because I'm afraid it's going to ruin everything. But if you guys are savvy on the lives, I don't mind having people come on here and talk about stuff. I don't just want to hear myself yap, and I'm sure you guys don't either. But this is just an impromptu live for about 15 minutes or so. And so what started my wheels turning is finding out that, okay, so we're getting all of our music from 1 or 2 people. We're getting all of every product that we buy, all the companies that exist are all owned by, like, what is it, 6 different corporations are the parent companies for all these. That includes news agencies and stores, etc. Then come to find out from this article that they're basically referring to the American collective consciousness or psyche as putty, as malleable as putty. And so they're also controlling the news that we see, the music we listen to. Our perception of reality is totally controlled from the time we're a little baby until we go to our grave. Only now, because of the internet, even though most people who go online and research stuff that's outside of the norm and everyday crap that they feed us are sharply ridiculed and called crazies. Alternate sources of information is becoming like a main staple of many people's daily information intake. And of course, to a certain degree, the internet is controlled as well. There is a lot of misinformation in there. That's one thing I'll agree with. You can't just trust everything you read just because it's online. That I have to say that, but that's a disclaimer out there. But all that to say that, only because of that, a lot of people are beginning to be able to think outside the box a little bit more. But just in general, everything that we experience in life is tainted by these corporations, the entertainment news, the music, and the culture around us. And then you have an entire fake society that exists, and I'm referring specifically to rap culture, where it's not even real. Those people they're not talking about real life stuff. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because people see the way that they're dressed in the rap videos, and then they all start dressing that same way. They see their favorite rap artist sagging their pants, so they start sagging their pants. And this is not a rant against sagging your pants. Whatever, man. If you want to show your whole butt off to the world, that's your choice. Go for it. More power to you. I hope you enjoy the breeze. But I'm just saying that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where we just start looking like and parroting what we see on TV. Gosh. So does anybody have an opinion on this? How deep does this go? At what point do we stop and realize, man, like everything that I know about everything has been spoon-fed to me. I have done very little in the way of self-discovery, very little in the way of trying to find out what really makes the world go around, what makes us tick outside of what's spoon-fed to me by my teachers and by society, and yes, even religion. I have to include religion as well. I'm not talking down on Christianity per se, but organized religion is most definitely a segment of the control grid, you know, that we're all a part of. Here's a great example. I just saw a video yesterday of this guy who goes to an Eagles game. Was it the Super Bowl? I don't know if it was the Super Bowl. I don't really follow football, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit off with my facts. But whoever the Eagles player was that just got arrested and charged with a kidnapping and rape, he was either standing outside of the Super Bowl doing it, which would have to be because the Super Bowl, because football season is over, and I don't think it was just an Eagles game, unless it was. Maybe it was old news and it was an old video, in which case, forgive me, I'm late on this. But he was holding up the guy's mugshot, and people were physically attacking him. They were furious at him for being the messenger. They already knew what the guy had been arrested for. It was already well known, but they were furious at this guy for standing outside the stadium and holding up a picture of one of their heroes who'd been charged with kidnapping and rape. And that's just such a excellent demonstration of the way people are with police officers and with government in general and with the military. They worship their heroes and they don't want to hear anything else. They don't want to know about transparency. They don't want to know about accountability. They just want to believe that government cares about them. All cops are the good guys, and if you don't love the cops and do whatever they say, even if they're doing wrong, you just need to obey and follow their instructions and you won't get hurt. That's literally what people think. And the system has given them permission to attack people who don't hold that same viewpoint. Think about how dangerous that is. Think about how that goes, how against free speech that goes. Anyway, I've already ranted for a good 7 minutes solid. State-run schoolism. Yeah, absolutely. Disappeared. But have you ever heard of God? What's this woman's name? Charlotte Iserbyt, or Iserby. It's pronounced Izerbit. She was a teacher, and she was appointed, like, I don't know, what did they have, a czar or education, Department of Education? She was the head of the Department of Education of the Reagan administration, and she began to discover I'm not joking, this is true, you can research this, a communist plot to teach communism in every single school in America. It was built into the curriculum, and she was in charge of this and began to expose it, and came under very fierce personal attack, to the point that they eventually destroyed her and removed her from her position. But she could not believe it. Every school that she went to, everybody in there who were holding high-ranking positions were all communists, and they were incorporating communist ideology into the curriculum. And she began to expose. She couldn't believe it. She went to the highest levels of management and was basically told, like, to shut up. Like, this is what we're doing. Just get over it. And so she was exposing that, and she has a book out. It's either a book or it's an interview. And it's Charlotte Iserby, or Izerbit, Izerbit. Anyway, that's just to back up what you're saying about the school education program. I attended college for 1 year. That's as long as I lasted. Day one. This is East Texas, with State Senator Louis Gohmert, who is like as Republican as Republicans can get, and supposedly conservative. And man, woo! The teacher literally told me not to ask any more questions. He was sick of hearing from me. Hi, everybody. Dylan Shea, Shea, like shea butter. Yeah, it was day one. It was just like total pro-liberal ideology, total anti anything even slightly conservative. I'm like, my God, are we actually learning facts here, or is this guy trying to indoctrinate us into some type of a world view, But yeah, man, from day one, that's what was taught in college, in a conservative state in East Texas, which is also known for being conservative. It was a dry county. Okay, that's how old school they were. No alcohol sold in that county. Now, as I heard from someone, despite it being a dry county, they had the highest number of DUIs because people would drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes to the next county over, buy alcohol, drink alcohol, and then drive home drunk. And the cops were nice enough, since they care so much about us and just want to keep us safe, they would sit on the side of the road and pull people over for, DUI, who were coming back from the nightclub or from the liquor stores, and just give people tickets and ruin their lives, throw them in jail. Hey, I'm not saying that drunk driving is good, or that it's okay. Smash that like button, everybody. Thank you. Motor City Free Press. I do appreciate that. It does help, although I never do request that people smash the like button. I'm sorry, man. I totally appreciate you saying that. I really do. But I don't want anyone to call me a liar and to tell me that I've gone back on my word, because I've always said that since day one. I never asked for likes. I never asked for views. I never asked for donations, except for one time. One time I needed $10 to buy video editing software to upload a video that, by the way, I've not yet uploaded. It was about my trip to what's his name, Elon Musk, to SpaceX. I recorded a video, and to me, SpaceX is totally fake. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. They're literally building garbage cans. It's outrageous. The way that these so-called rockets look is just, it looks like something a little kid did in school in like 3rd grade. Literally looked like they took garbage cans and hammered them out into the shape of a wobbly rocket. And this is SpaceX now. A multi-billion-dollar program, multi-billion-dollar facility. Philly is here. Caveman. Cammed Up? That's a good name for a auditing channel. Cammed Up. It came from me, not you, bro. Oh, you know, you're right. Thank you. Absolutely, yeah, thank you. I should have just shut up and not said anything. Thanks, man. I do appreciate it. I didn't mean to seem ungrateful. So yeah, hey, smash the like button, man. It's not gonna hurt anything. It's definitely not gonna hurt anything. That's for sure. Again, like I said, I do appreciate it. I wasn't just saying that. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, Elon Musk. Okay, guys, it's a multi-billion, if not a multi-trillion-dollar company and industry, SpaceX, and the entirety of their fire department is an old, beat-up looking, like it hasn't started in 6 months, 1960s era fire truck that you can tell was retired from some fire department in a little podunk town, probably in Nebraska, back in the 1970s. That's their fire response team for this huge multi-trillion-dollar company that's launching rockets into the sky. Not only that, watching video of the launches, to me, now I know that this could be easily resolved by just simply physically going there and watching them launch a rocket, but watching the video of these SpaceX launches looks like CGI to me, okay? It looks ridiculously fake. Even Elon Musk said about the car that he sent to space, you know it's real because it looks so fake. Boy, talk about gaslighting, and talk about perception alteration, or trying to alter people's perception, or perception management. The videos of those SpaceX rockets being launched is so fake. By the way, no insignia, zero. It doesn't say SpaceX, it doesn't say NASA, it doesn't say USA, it says nothing. Now, I'm sure the experts are going to say, that's because it's not actually going into space. They're just prototypes. Okay, fine, but I mean, it's being launched into the sky. Shouldn't it say something on there? Aren't they proud of their brand? I'm talking about it says nothing. You can literally see the rivets where they've taken sheets of what looks like aluminum and pieced them all together like a puzzle, and then we're supposed to believe that these are going into outer space? I'm not buying it. So my theory is this. This is my theory. This is my mom's basement theory. I believe that the money for SpaceX is being used for something else, that it's just a front, that they're taking trillions of dollars of taxpayers' money and using it for something else. Whether it's actual underground military bases, I don't know. Whether it's some kind of a actual space program or something else entirely, or something extremely nefarious, I believe that's where all the money is going. And they have these ridiculous cheap rockets that they're showing us to make us think that that's what they're working on. It's kind of like the fake war on drugs, and it's kind of like the fake search for a cure for cancer, which has been out for many, many years, depending on what source you look into. But they continue to pump billions of dollars into cancer research that goes nowhere. And if you look it up from a reliable source, almost every scientist, doctor, whatever the case may be, that actually comes close to finding a cure for cancer mysteriously dies, goes missing, or commits suicide. It's almost like they're trying to tell us, we don't want a cure for cancer. We don't want you to find out that there's been a cure for cancer, because then we can't line our pockets and use the fear of cancer to make people shake loose with all that money. And so if you ask, well, how come that's the case? Why come so many famous people are dying of cancer? They may or may not actually be. Or they weren't playing ball, so they didn't get the cure. But anyway, that's a separate rant for a separate time. So that was basically it, guys. I might post that entire article. I had actually had an idea of reading the article, but I think that might be boring for many people. I read enough of it to understand what they were trying to say. They're basically saying that our entire belief about the world is shaped for us from the time that we're babies, and it's up to us to break out of our conditioning and our brainwashing and take a really long, hard look at the world. And that's what I've done. Now, I'll leave you guys with this final reveal, unless you want to post a question in there. Please don't text or read when driving. Come on, I can't read? Oh man, I gotta read. I gotta read. Okay, the reading thing, definitely not gonna text. You're right about that. I'm not gonna touch the screen. However, as far as the reading goes, so I do food deliveries, and I do have to read the screen. I have to while I'm driving, but it's just a glance. It's not totally taking my focus off the wheel and looking at my screen. It's glancing over and then glancing back at the road, and I'm just reading a little snippet enough to see that they want me to pick an order for Applebee's, for example. So, but no, thank you. You're right. I should not do any texting while I'm driving. But I am glancing over whenever a comment pops up. I glance over and I see if I can see it. Plus, I'm driving in town on an old. These are just excuses, by the way. You're 100% correct. I'm just making excuses. I'm driving on an old farm to market road that's really abandoned. And I will be the first to admit that I am a terrible texter and driver. Horrible. I cannot text and drive, so I mostly stay away from it. Unless I'm at a light, and I literally crashed my car one time while sitting at a red light because I was texting. I saw the light turn green in front of me and I hit the gas without looking up, hit the car in front of me. Idiot! But so I was going to leave you guys with this. I have a second channel. This was not always my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel where I explore kind of paranormal stuff, not ghosts and all that kind of stupid stuff, but it really is heavy on the Mandela effect, which to me is a legitimate phenomenon, whilst many of the examples can be relegated to poor memory and whatever they call that, confabulation. I'm sorry, man, even if it means I'm crazy, I know that there's some things that used to be a certain way that are no longer that way. You just cannot convince me otherwise. I know it's not my poor memory. And so I have a channel dedicated to that used to be this channel. And so what I did is I put all of that material that I had on that other channel onto a new channel, and I've only got like 56 followers. And on this bigger channel, I started doing all First Amendment auditing, and I moved all of my content on the paranormal stuff off to that new channel, and just started doing the First Amendment auditing stuff on this channel. And this channel is blown up somewhat. I have 23,400 followers, which is great. It would be a lot more if I was actively doing auditing, but I've kind of shied away from it, as I've explained in other videos, just for obvious reasons, until I can get an attorney, until I can have a good way of, protecting myself legally, and filing a lawsuit if it comes down to it, because it's no joke filing a pro se lawsuit. Take it from me. This has been the best and worst experience of my entire life since the day I was born. I do not wish it on anybody. It's been horrible. There were many times I wanted to give up, but I just could not bring myself to. I know that I would hate myself if I gave up the fight and let these bastards, these criminal heaps of dog crap win and run around celebrating that they chased off another pesky citizen, another pesky constitutionalist, another pesky freedom fighter. They stomped him down pretty good, destroyed his life, ruined him. Now let's move on to the next pesky citizen who dares to think that he can exercise his constitutional right. So, hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yes, I did just read that comment. Oh, man. Lord, don't let this turn into a ultimate karma video where I laugh about reading a comment just as I'm crashing. No, there's no place to crash around here, man. And the speed limit is like 30, so we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. But yeah, thank you. I do appreciate that, man. I'm trying my best, and I do want to get back into auditing. I really do. I also want to leave Texas. I'm kind of sick of this state. It sort of pissed me off, and I don't like the Fifth Circuit very much, even though I'm appealing to them. I'm giving them a chance to do the right thing, and so far I'm very happy, and I'm very encouraged that they are going to do the right thing, because they've pretty much been painted in a corner, and they're going to look really bad to the U.S. Supreme Court if they rule against every single other higher court that has ruled in support of the First Amendment. and all the U.S. Supreme Court rulings in support of the First Amendment. They're going to have to really, really double down on stupid to try and support the actions of a rogue cop attacking in retaliation for free speech. So all that to say that I'm hopeful, but at the same time, I don't like it here. I don't feel at peace. Also, there's not a lot of mountains to climb, and I got addicted to mountain climbing. I'm not talking about that stupid freestyle thing where you've got the clamp-ons. I'm just talking about taking a trail, going on a trail up in the mountains and getting away from the noise and civilization and all the Wi-Fi and power lines and everything. So anyway, but all that to say that I may be opening up my other channel to people to kind of peruse over there and check things out. The reason I haven't done it before is, again, perception management. I don't want people to think that I'm more crazy than I really am. And go over there and start watching my videos about the Mandela effect and some of the theories behind it and think this guy's like totally nuts. Like, we should never have even given this guy the time of day. So it's just been kind of fear of criticism and people's perception that has kept me from inviting people to that other channel. But I might do it. So, hey, to the 13 people that are here and that showed up, I really do appreciate it. If you want to put a comment or question or anything down in the comments, man, that's great. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to eat this unhealthy double cheeseburger that I just ordered. And I'm going to spend some time with my cats. Life is good. We'll catch you guys later. Take care.